and I welcome you to my lesson for today, where we will be looking at your mathematics. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very, very much important because, honorable members, what I'm about to say, it's massively, 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 hey, massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. By so saying, honorable members, please, good people, please, 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 le bandla la kankulunkulu, please do make sure that by the end of each and every lesson that I conduct, you learn something new. Very, very much important, honorable members, on that one. So, guys, as I've indicated, mathematics, it's what we're going to be focusing on in today's lesson. But firstly, I would like for us to start with revision of operations with fractions. So that means in today's lesson, we are going to be focusing more on fractions. I think it's worth it for me to make a reminder. All of you guys need to be aware that this is an extra YouTube lesson where you are not able to unmute yourself and ask some questions. You only do that during the Zoom lessons. But otherwise, in this instance, honorable members, where it is a YouTube lesson, this is just us trying to refresh our minds. This is where I'm able to give you guys all the information without an interruption. And most importantly, this lesson is being recorded. Immediately after the lesson is done, it is going to be posted on the channel that I created for you guys, where you are able to access all the necessary recordings in order to do a revision during your self-study. Okay, so as I've indicated, revision of operations with fractions. Maybe let's start with when we are adding fractions. So I'm just going to say addition there. So remember, guys, I'm going to firstly start with an introduction. And then at some point, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to try and work out some problems. Obviously, as soon as I've given you guys a problem, at a later stage, we're going to do the corrections. So now, let's see, addition. So let's look at what happens when you add fractions. So let us say you are having A over a D that you are plussing it with, let's say, B over D. Generally, honorable members, generally, we do know very well that the answer will, what is your lowest common denominator there, honorable members? Remember, in this case, if you've got denominators being the same, you represent it as 1 over there, only if they are the same. I hope you guys are listening very carefully. You represent those two with one denominator, and what you do is to add the numerators, meaning you are adding that A with that B. I'm pretty much sure that you guys are aware that the number that we have at the top, we refer to that as hey, why am I writing numerator? Not numerator, but numerator over denominator. Very, very much important that you guys are aware that the number at the top, numerator, the bottom, denominator. Okay, secondly, let us talk about subtraction. Subtraction. So that means in this case, this is where we are subtracting the fractions. For example, again, let us say we are having A, which is being divided by B minus, let us say, maybe let's say C over, again, let's say B. Yes. What would the answer look like in that case? Remember, a denominators must be the same for you in order to say this is equals to B. That means if the denominators are not the same, that's when you use LCD. You will learn more about that as we continue. But for now, we start with the basics where you have the denominators being the same. If they are the same, you represent it as 1 there. And then now, what you do is to subtract the numerators, meaning you have A minus your C. So now, let's continue and discuss multiplication, meaning when you are now multiplying the fractions. So let us say, for example, you've got A divided by B, where you multiply that by C divided by D. Remember, guys, when letters are the same, in terms of numbers, it's like having same numbers. When letters are different, in terms of numbers, it's like dealing with different numbers. So there, when I say D, 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 it's like you're having 3, 3, then 3 there. A different number, B a different number. Think of it that way. So that means in this case, honorable members, what you do, the numerator multiplies the numerator, meaning the answer would be A multiplying C divided by B multiplying D. I want you guys to always remember that this is an introduction and I'm preparing you for something which is going to come at a later stage. But before I even go deeper, because I now need to explain division. But before I do that, can you guys indicate if you can clearly see there, and again, can you clearly hear me, honorable members? I think with you commenting in the comment section, it will be enough for me to be aware if you are able to clearly hear me, and again, if you are able to clearly hear me. Okay, I see a response from Daisy. Daisy Mkwanasi, there is Mandlonke confirming that all it is clear. Okay, okay. Thanks very much, honorable members, on that. So now, let us talk about when you are having A, which is being divided by B, and that is being divided by this fraction being C over D. So remember, guys, in this situation where you are having fraction dividing another fraction, this is where now you need to convert this division sign back to that state. Meaning, you still have that same fraction of A over B that you need to multiply by. What you do is to take this to the top and then that to the bottom. Meaning, you are having D, which you divide by C. I'm pretty much sure that most of you guys are aware of that. So can you guys see, it's like now you've converted it from division to multiplication. Then now it's like you are back to that same stage where you just multiply the numerators, meaning it's A multiplying a D, then you've got your B multiplying your C. That's it, honorable members. This is what I would like you guys to do. Can you guys please take is it a screenshot that I want you guys to take? Yes. Can you guys please take a screenshot? Just so that you've got that information. And then from there, honorable members, I'm going to remove all of that. By means of comments, let me know once you are done taking a screenshot of that. So the reason why I'm taking you through this lesson, honorable members, it's because in mathematics, the most difficult things to do is to deal with fractions, number one, and again is to deal with quadratic equations where you end up having to factorize. Factorization and also fractions are the most difficult things to be going through. Daisy, yes, it is recording, honorable members. Just make sure that you are following the channel that I created for you guys. I'm going to post it there in that channel. Most importantly, honorable members, these are the basics of maths. When we do the basics, it doesn't matter whether you are at tertiary level, at primary level, wherever you are in your high school, you must attend lessons similar to this one, because I'm taking you through the basics which will help you to understand those complicated problems that you might be doing at school. So now, very quickly, let's try to go through the basics. Maybe let's say, for example, we are having 2 over 3. Maybe let us plus that with 1 over 3. Trust me, honorable members, try punch that on a calculator. You might find that it will give you, according to the addition, we said we represent that as 3. Then what we do, you add the numerator. So that means you have 2 that you plus it with 1. Then you end up having 3 over 3, which is equals to 1. So can you guys see? That means when you punch all of this on your calculator, it has to give you 1. If it doesn't give you 1, it means everything that I was explaining, it's not applicable. Okay, let's try look at a different problem. Let us say we've got maybe 3 that is being divided by 2. Let us say minus, maybe let's say 1, what is it? Let's say 2 there. So that means this one again, we must have 2 there. We must have 3 where we minus 1. And then when you equate that, it must be 2 over 2, of which again, it still gives you 1. Take your calculator and punch that exactly as it is and check if it gives you 1. Let's continue, honorable members. Remember, these examples are just coming out of my head. Let's look at something where we have a multiplication. Let's say we have 2 and then we have maybe 3. Let's say multiplied by, maybe let's say 1 over 4. Yes. What about this one? We said when we are dealing with fractions which are multiplying each other, this multiplies that, that multiplies that, meaning we end up having 2 multiplied by 1, which is 2. We end up having 3 multiplied by 4, which is 12. And then that should be 2 goes once and then it goes 6 times into 12. So that means your final answer should be 1 over 6 as a fraction. Please, honorable members, please try to punch that and let me know what you guys are getting. Only if you are not getting 1 over 6, let me know. But I'm pretty much sure that all of you guys will definitely get 1 over 6. Lastly, let's say maybe we've got 2 where we divide that, let's say by 1, not 1, maybe let's say 4. And then here, let us say we have 1 over 2. Yes. What about this one? If you guys remember, I just said this one, it remains as 2 over 4, and then that division you convert it to a multiplication sign, but you take this to the top and that to the bottom. So that means you've got 2 over 1, which is therefore going to be equals to, it's like you took it back to that stage where that multiplies by that multiplies with that. So it's like you are having 4 over that times that, it is 4, then 4 divided by 4, it's equals to 1. Trust me, honorable members, this type of lesson, it's one of those humbling lessons which trains you to be patient enough to start with the easy stuff and continue with the difficult maths problems. I don't want you guys to forget the fact that what we are doing now, I don't want you guys to forget that what we are doing now, it's a very important foundation which is going to assist you to tackle any type of a problem, regardless of it being or having some fractions. You will definitely get to a stage where you are able to work it out without fear or favor. Okay, again, very quickly, take a screenshot as I prepare for something different. Okay, so now I'm going to remove all of these, honorable members. I'm going to remove all of these, and I'll give you something which looks like, let us say you have 1 over 3, that is minusing 4, 2 over 5. Trust me, there might be someone who is a mathematician and would not be able to convert that to that fraction where you've got a numerator and a denominator. It might be difficult for someone. But trust me, I'm going to show you, and from there we'll work it out. Let us say you are having 1 over 2. This thing, honorable members, it is that whole number that you multiply by the denominator. So it's like you multiply that by that. And then you are going to plus it by that. So it's like you multiply, but then you add it by that. So what is 2 times 4? No, 2 times 2, it's 4. 4 plus 1, it is what? It is 5 over 2. So that means this thing is the same as that. It's 2.5. Let's say you have 2 over 3. So this can be converted to a fraction where you say 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2 is what? Is it 11 over 3? So that means that one you rewrite it as it is, but the one at the top, you say that times that, you plus it with that. I hope that makes sense, honorable members. So that would mean here we have that times that, which is what? 9 plus 1, it is 10 over 3, minus that times that, what is that? Is it 20? I think it's 20. It's 10 times 10 plus 10, yes, 20 plus 2, then it becomes 22 over 5. So now, now, what is therefore going to be your LCD, lowest common denominator? So that means your LCD, honorable members, your LCD is like you multiply this by that. What is 3 times 5? That is 15. So that means your LCD is 15. Which means, honorable members, which means, let me see, can I say 15 there, and then we multiply that 10 over 3 by 15, which ends up giving you what? I think I might need a calculator there. Ten times 15 divided by 3, it's 50. So it's like what I'm saying is you multiply each fraction by that LCD. So what I'm saying there is, it's like you're saying 15 multiplying that 10 over 3 minus again 15 multiplying that 22 over 5. So you multiply all of that on your calculator, it gives you 50. You multiply that on your calculator, it gives you what? So 15 multiplied by 22, and then you divide by 5. It therefore gives you 66 over 15. Now you can easily work out that one at the top. 50 minus 66. Let's see, 50 minus 66 is equals to negative 16. So that means you have negative 16 divided by 15. And that becomes your final answer. So that means if you had to punch all of that on your calculator, it has to give you that. These are the basics, honorable members. These are the basics. When you get to exam, when you get to some study guides, textbooks, they do go deeper where now you've got numbers with letters. And trust me, that's where it gets complicated. I want to try show you guys something. Let us say we just take this and that as our LCD. It's like I'm saying inside the brackets our 3 and also a 5 as LCD. We know that when you say this times that, it's 15, but we just don't multiply it. We just say 3 and 5. The reason why I'm doing this is so that when we deal with numbers which are attached to letters, it becomes easier for you to know that you've got two options. So now let's see, you still do the same and say you have that divided by there, and then you have your 3 there, you also have your 5 there. So now you multiply each fraction by that LCD. So it's like I'm saying you have that 3 and again that 5, you are multiplying that 10 over 3 minus again by that 3 and 5, you are multiplying that 22 over 5. Why did I do it that way? It's because I knew that it is easier to just say 3 cancels with that 3. So it's like you have 5 times 10, which is what? Which is 50. Minus that cancels with that. Then you have 3 times 22, which is what? 66. Divided by, now you can say that multiplied by that, it becomes 15. Then you've got your negative 16 divided by 15. This is the method that I prefer because it makes it easier where things cancel each other out. It's more like a clean work, honorable members. But wait, even though I'm not giving you guys an opportunity to ask some questions, let us just check. Let me just check. Are you guys following what I'm doing there, honorable members? By just commenting, I'll just be waiting for your response. Following. Okay. Let me add a spice. Let me add some spice. Let us say for some reason you have -1, let's say 2 over 3 there. This is multiplying -1 over 2 divided by 4 over 7. Today it's all about numbers, honorable members. Today it's all about numbers. At some point we are going to go deeper, and I'm hoping that you will remain until we get to that point. It's going to be very much interesting, honorable members. So now let us see. Let us try to rewrite that. Obviously that times that, it is 3, you plus it by 2, and then it gives you 5. But remember, you still have that negative there. So it's like 5 over 3, which is multiplying honorable members. You remember, Mos, we have that -1 over 2. Do you guys still remember that when you have division, you can convert it to a multiplication, but you write that at the top and then that at the bottom? There's Larissa asking a question. Yes, Larissa. So you always use BODMAS in maths. So when it comes to BODMAS, it's not like you choose to use it in certain instances. But you always use BODMAS in maths. It's just that sometimes you are not aware that you are using BODMAS. But trust me, everything that you do in maths, you follow BODMAS. The moment you start not following BODMAS, that's how your answer is going to be incorrect. So where you ask, should we use BODMAS? An answer is always yes, Larry. So if I say no, then it means your answer is not going to be correct. Okay, so now let's continue, honorable members. This one is easier. Everything at the top is multiplying. But you see, you have negative times negative. They cancel each other out. They make a positive. So now it's like you have 5 times 1 times 7. What is that? Is it not 35? I think it's 35. What about, let us say 4 times 3, we know it is 12. 12 times 2, it is 2, 4. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So now, let us look at, let us look at the last example. And then from there, I will give you guys just a few to practice. And then from there, we go deeper. So it's more like now, we upgrade the system. Let us say you are having 2 divided by 3, where you plus 5, let's say over that, and then we are minusing that. Yes. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to be the case in this case? I'm also trying to think in terms of sizoyenza kanjani le nto le, sizoyenza kanjani le nto le. But most importantly, at all the times when you have fractions, you must always remember LCD, your lowest common denominator, of which, if you guys remember, I said I would prefer for us to just in brackets say we have 3, we have 2, we have 8. It's like I'm saying we just take these things exactly as they are, put them inside the brackets, and those becomes our LCD. Why? Just so that we are able to just say our LCD, we took 3, we took 2, and then we took 8. So you take the whole of that LCD, you multiply that fraction, you also multiply that, you also multiply that. So it's like when you take all of that and you multiply by that, 3 and 3 are going to cancel. So it's like you have 2 times 2 times 8. So it's like you have that 2, 8, and then multiplying again by that 2. You move on to that one. This 2 is going to cancel with that. So it's like you have a plus and then you have that 5 multiplying a 3 and again that 8. Then you do that one. The sign there is minus. So that means this 8 is going to cancel with that 1. So you just have 1, which is multiplying that 3 and also 2. So that 2 there, yes, it is that 1. So let's start with that number at the top. Yes. I'm wondering if I'm wrong with this approach, but let's continue with this approach, honorable members. I just want to see how far I'm going to get with this approach. So let's see, what is 2 times 2? It's 4 times 8 is that. Let me try to get my calculator and see. There's someone who says LCD is 5. Moano says LCD is 5. Okay. Interesting there. Okay, 2 times 8 times 2. That is 32. 5 times 3 times 8. That is 120. And then that one is like 3 times 2, which is negative that. And then this times that times that. What is 3 times 2 times 8? That is 48. Let's see. What about 32 plus 120 minus that divided by that? Remember, guys, I'm just testing something here. I want to see if it's going to work. Minus 6, it gives 146 over 48. Let's see. That divided by 48. And then if we do that as a fraction, that is 73 over 24. Just as if you guys were following there. Anno's World. Is it you, Moano? LCD, it's not 15, but LCD, you multiply all these numbers. That's how you get your LCD. You just multiply the denominators. So it's like when you multiply all of this, what are you getting? The answer that you get is your LCD. That is why the likes of Anesu are saying they are getting 24. But just maybe write it this way. Makes it very much easier. I hope it now makes sense. Some things continue. Let's see. Let's say negative 12 over 10 multiply 5 over 3. This is A. Let's go to B. B, I'm going to give you guys 2 over 5 plus 1 over 3. C, I will give you 3, 1 over 3 minus 4, 2 over 5. Remember, guys, this is not necessarily according to what you guys are supposed to be doing in school. This is just for practice purposes. I'm training you guys on how to think when it comes to fractions, but we are just dealing with the numbers now. Only after this, we will therefore maybe let me dramatic and give you this one. So this is so that when we do some exam type of questions and we have fractions, you will understand when I work them out. Anno's World is asking, how did you guys calculate? Okay, we'll look at that at a later stage. But remember, Moano, this lesson is recording. I will make sure that it's posted immediately as soon as this lesson is done. Okay, so there you go. You've got A, B, C, and A, B, C, D, and E. Try work them out, and then the first one to get all of those, we continue. So that means you might need to be quick enough. The first one to get all of them, you need to get them correctly. So that means you start with A, you go to B, you go to C, you go to D, you go to E. Then let's see what you guys are getting. I'll give you guys enough time. I won't rush you. Then from there, sesiyaqhubeka. So remember, guys, when you give your answer, you need to say A, and then you give the answer for A. When you get to B, you do for B and say this is B, C, D, and E, just so that I know which one is which. Because if you don't do it that way, someone is going to respond in between your texts, and then I won't be able to know which text is for which answer. So let's be professional enough and do just like Mandlonge there. You can see Mandlonge, she is doing A and then bracket and says negative 2B. Okay, let me quickly get myself something to drink, a glass of water, and then from there, I'm sure when I come back, so best a Autisborn. Okay, up to E. There I see Larissa was able to get up to E. So remember, guys, if you want to prove if these answers are wrong or correct, punch this exactly as it is on a calculator, punch all of those, check what the final answer is. Then you will know how your final answer should look like as a fraction. There is Larissa and Mandlonke. They seem to be getting same answers. There we've got Lesego Tauya Zwala. Lesego has given it an attempt. Seems like we are having Larissa, Mandlonke, and Lesego Tauya Zwala. There we've got a Siphesihle Mtombeni. Lesego, okay, there is Moano. Moano was able to, in one comment, give answers to everything. Very good. Just says, this is impressive. Okay, so now let's continue, honorable members. Now, let's continue. Now I'm going to add a spice. Before we even do some complicated problems, let's say we have x over 2. Maybe let's say plus. Should I say x? Yes. Let me say x over 3. Yes. So can you guys see we've now included the letters. So Moano, when it comes to LCD, this is where I'm saying take that 2 and say that 2 and also that 3, it is your LCD. So that means you are going to say your 2 and again multiplying by 3 is your LCD. Then you're going to take this LCD, you multiply it by that fraction. That 2 is going to cancel with that 2. So it's like you have 3 times x. If I'm not taking shortcuts, it's like I'm saying that x over 2, you multiply it by your LCD plus that x over 3, you multiply it by your LCD. So this is where I'm saying that will cancel with that. It's like you have 3 times x, which is 3x. And then this 3 will cancel with that. It's like you have 2 times x. This is the plus sign. It's like you're having 2x divided by, what is that times that? That is 6. So it's like this plus that. It's like you are having 5x there divided by 6. So that would be the final answer for that one. There we are having some more answers. Okay. I hope you guys did notice how we then deal with this type of problems where letters are involved. Let's try do it differently now. Let's say maybe we have y divided by x plus, let's say 3. Mandlonke, trust me, honorable member, this one, it might look difficult to someone. Not knowing that when you have your first term as a fraction, you must also fractionalize this one. You will always divide it by 1. In case if you have a problem and then the other term is a fraction and the other is not a fraction, you must make it a fraction. You just divide it by 1. There is Lesego, she has worked out, or he has worked out the previous problem. Even this one, you can quickly work it out and comment, it's fine. Myself, I'll do the explaining. So now, that means in this case, what will be your LCD? Can you see what I was saying, AM1? It means your LCD, you have 3, you also have 1. You take those. Then it means your LCD being x multiplying 1. Then you're going to multiply your LCD by that and then also that by that. So it's like you take that y over x, you're going to multiply it by that x and also 1 plus that 3. You are going to multiply it by that x and also 1. You therefore have this x cancelling with that 1. 1 times y, it is just y. Plus, you therefore have 3 times 1, which is just 3. You still have that x there divided by, what is x times 1? It is just x. Then you are done. Larissa, I'm going to call a 10,111. Lesego, Larissa, Muano, Mandlonke. All of you guys are wrong. All of you guys are wrong. And I'm going to call 10,111 specially for Larissa. Why? Because I told her many times that when you write this thing, you write it as inside the brackets, you say y plus 3x, you close, you say that, and then you say x. The way you guys have written it, it's like you are saying y plus 3x, you did a divided by, which is just for 3x. This is what you guys did. Does it make sense, honorable members? Be very, very careful of that. The reason why it's important to do that is because when you get to varsity and they give you a maths assignment and you need to type it, you can't type it like that the way in which you did. Already it's wrong, even though in your mind you are typing that, but the representation is wrong. Be very, very careful of that, honorable members or members who are honorable. So, can you guys see? You fail because you forget, not that you do not know. Okay, so now let's look at some more complicated, not necessarily complicated, but let's say we have x plus 1 divided by 3. Maybe let's say, yeah, let's use a minus there. Minus, let us say there 1 over 2. Yes. Yes. Let us try to work out this one and see how we would work it out. Remember, your LCD, you just take that 3 and also that 2. So that would mean, there you have your LCD being 3 and then 2. So now it's like you have your x plus 1 that you are going to multiply. Wait. It's x plus 1 over 3. You see now, almost made a big common mistake. It is actually that x plus 1 over 3 that you must multiply it by 3 and also that 2 minus you have that 1 over 2 that you must multiply it by 3 and also that, which is your LCD. That will cancel with that, so it's like you are having your 2 being that one. In brackets, you must have your x plus 1 because this 2 is multiplying that x plus 1 minus that will cancel with that. It's like 1 times 3 is 3 divided by that times that is 6. So that means you have that by that by that, which is what? 2x plus 2 minus that 3 over 6. So you have 2x. What is this minus that? It's minus 1 divided by, you have 6. So that means if you have to write this thing, it is actually inside the brackets 2x minus 1, you close, and then 6. Yes. Hey, today you are not disappointing me, honorable members. Today you are definitely on point. That's how nice maths is, honorable members. Nothing complicated there. Let me give you guys this one to try and work it out. I won't say much because I want to see if you can survive alone. Minus. So just in case if you are seeing flames, don't worry, honorable member. Do not worry. This is recording. As soon as it is done, it will be posted and you can catch it up. So you just click on that same link that I sent in the group. It's the same link for catch up. So that means even if I might send it at a later stage in the channel, but you have this link in the group. You just click on it, then you catch up. You watch it again. Remember guys, akuna skhathi sokudlala, akuna skhathi sokulala. Asilali, asidlali. Senzani, siyasebenta. Sebenta nini, busuku bonke. There you go. Let's see if you're going to survive on that one, honorable members. I won't talk much. I want to see if you guys can attempt that one. So the difference between the one that has numbers only and the one that has numbers and letters. It's because the one with numbers, you can punch it on a calculator and see what the final answer would look like. But this one that do not have just the numbers only, but it's combined with the letters, you can't punch it on a calculator. So that means you need to follow the procedure, which will lead you to the correct final answers. There we've got Larissa who got an answer. I will give you a tip, Larissa. Since you got negative 3x plus 7, you are also welcome to start with 7 so that it's 7 minus 3x. It's like I'm saying you are welcome to start with a number that has positive. Only if both of them are negatives, then you can just write it as negative whatever, negative whatever. But just to show that you come out of good hands, we prefer to start with something that is positive. But otherwise, the way you wrote it, it is still fine, it is still correct. It seems like all of you guys got it correct. Yes, yes. We are getting somewhere, Mos. You guys are going to solve this problem of load shedding, Mos. By the time you take over, yeah. Guys, please, I'm going to say this, and from time to time, I'll remember to say this. It's going to sound unrealistic, but some of you guys one day, you're going to be ministers, you're going to be CEOs of whatever. Please, guys, one day when you appear on TV, just mention my name. Just mention my name, honorable member, and say there was that powerful tutor who actually take us through some maths problems and trained us on how we solve certain problems, and that's how we solved the issue of load shedding. Just as I'm sure I'm going to be Madala by then, but trust me, hey, I'm going to be very happy, honorable members. Going to be very happy. So that's what we mean when we say we are investing in you, honorable. This is an investment because you guys are the future. When you take over, Mapula, ke a kgopela ngwana letswana. Ke a go omplake. So in short, I'm saying, ningang forget, ningang khohlwe, ningkhumbule. Please, Moano, please. Le re tsentsheng ka mo industry. Okay, let us see. So from time to time, I'll need to remember to say this, honorable members. I think in a way, I'll be blessing you guys to be successful to such an extent that when you become the president, yes, when you become the president, you'll be going to some places. And when you get there, even if they say you must pray, you can just say, in the name of, what is it, Father God, Jesus, and yeah, in the end, you can just say, not forgetting SAD. That will be very much appreciated. Yes, please, Mandlonke, please. Okay, so let's see. Our LCD there, LCD, I can I say it is 5, it is 2, it is 1. Nah, let's see. But you guys got the same answer, which is an indication that you have hammered it. So this is how you notice that you are improving as a mathematician. You see, I used to rewrite all of this and then multiply by that. So now I just say this 5 is going to cancel with that 1. And then it's like you have this 2 times 1, which is just 2. So you'll just have 2, you have x plus 1 minus. And then this 2 will cancel with that 2. You'll have 5 times 1, which is 5, multiplying that x minus 3. Minus this 1 will cancel with that 1. And then it's like you have 5 times 2, which is 10. So now let us see. You have da. It's like you have 2x plus 2 da. Always where you have brackets, you must always remember da. You have 15 there, and it's a positive 15. You must never forget that minus 10 in the end. So what is that by that? By that, it's obviously 10, because that times that is 10 times 1, it is still 10. And then you have 15 minus 10, which is 5, plus 2, it is 7. And that, it gives you negative 3. So it's like you have negative 3x plus 7 over 10. This is what you guys did, and you will get full marks. But I'm just saying, to show that you come out of good hands, you can just decide to rewrite it as a positive that. No. I'm very much impressed, honorable members. Trust me, I am very, very much impressed. Massively impressed. So I think I'm going to give you one last problem. And then on our next lesson, possibly tomorrow, I won't be doing much. I'll just be giving you guys, and then you guys, you just solve. Only if you get the same answer, just like today. If you get the same answers, we move on to the next question. I'll only do it only if you are getting different answers. So tomorrow it's more like we are not going to be doing a live classwork, but it's going to be more like a live test. Yes, a live test where I give you the problem, and then you work it out. Okay, so let me give you guys a taste of how tomorrow will look like. Let's see. I'm wondering if I should give you guys something a bit more interesting. Yeah, maybe let me give you guys something a bit more interesting, just so that you have a feel. Just so that you have a feel of what you might do in class and in exam. They bring something dramatic. Yes. I'm not going to say much. This is going to be our closing problem for today. There you go. Try work it out and let us see what the final answer will be. Yes, that one. Let's see how you guys are going to survive. However, are you still working on it, honorable members? Shoktuk sasa, sazobuya mos. Making my way on and I need you, How? Lepandla la kankulunkulu. Are you guys still there? Natula natudwe. Larissa. Mendlonge. Are you guys still there? Oh, there's Leseo. Tauya Tswala. There's Leseo Koden and okay. Okay. Is it difficult, Moano? Didn't tell. Are you still working on it? Wana letswalo. Hey, ungathi inzima le. Nia. Larissa, I should have called 10,111 for you. Awutholi lutho. Yeah. Ask me in Afrikaans. It can be an error. Nia. Say I need some snack too. It can't be. Can be. Asking Africans, maybe, yeah, I can think about it. How do we ask for snack in Africans, honorable members? Is it can ye as believe murmi can ye as believe murmi die snack? Yeah. Can ye as a believe murmi die snack? I'm not sure. Okay, le bandla la kankulunkulu. If something is written like that, nay, this thing is the same as this x is for that one. It's like 1x over 2, meaning is the same as x over 2. Very, very much important. Okay, meneer, kan jy vir my snack geassemblief? Okay, meneer, kan jy vir my snack? Why are you saying my? It's not your snack, Mos Larissa. Hey, this Afrikaans is very strange. It sounds like she's saying, say, can you please share my snack with me? Hey. Okay, meneer, kan jy vir my snack gee asseblief? Hey, that my. Are you sure you're not speaking a fake Afrikaans, Larissa? I don't trust. Okay, so let's see. That means this is 2k over 3 minus 2. What if I say times, I take that k to the top and then that 14 at the bottom? Why would I do that? It is so that I say minus this multiplies that. Remember, there you have over 1, it multiplies that. So that means you have 2k there over 14. Okay, so now this is where you are therefore going to say your LCD. You can just say it is your 3 and your 14. So that means you have your 3 and also your 14. Then you multiply this thing by that fraction. This 3 is going to cancel with that 3. So it's like you have 14 times 2. I think that is going to be 28k minus this same thing multiplying that. 14 is going to cancel with that. Then you have 2 times 3, which is 6k. And then you have 20 that minus that. I think that is 22k over, what is that times that? Let's see that one. I hope I'm doing it correctly. 3 times 14, it is 42. And then, what is 42? 22 divided by 42 is a fraction. It looks like it is 11k over 21. Yes, this is what I'm getting. Yes. No, I'm impressed, honorable members. Trust me, I am very, very much impressed. I don't know what to say. Ek weet nie wat ek kan praat. Ek really weet nie wat ek kan praat. Ek weet nie. On that note, honorable members, let us sign out. Let us sign out, but today, let's do it differently, honorable members. You know my slogan was a day without learning something new as a day wasted. Let's please remember to click on that like button, that one. Let's click on that one, reserve as attendance register, or whatever the case may be. Near. Egni praat broken Afrikaans. As ye praat broken Afrikaans. So, ladies and gentlemen, the naam van mij is Desmond, and I guess 8. But remember, mine a day without learning something new is a day wasted. What about yours? Nzina langa ni muano ndova. Muano, what is your slogan? What is that slogan that keeps you focused, honorable members? That slogan that motivates you to study even further. I'll just be waiting to see what are your slogans. You just type it there and I'll just be reading. Otherwise, Skolos Katele, Larissa out, and Dachmet next, the Leer, Ni es, and Dach Fermos I. Hey, yeah, no, that one there, you lost me. There you lost me. The beats are like I could see more, and Gidrile. That is the best slogan in Desmond. I trust. Augustine out. Mandlonke out. There is another powerful. If you continue to work hard, you will be acknowledged. Goedest. Goed eerst. Yeah, I think so. Goed eerst. If you don't do it, who is going to do it for you? Yes. Hamba muano. Okay. Abanye bathini. Abanye bayomona. Izona. Mazithetele inzono zabo. Ingizilule. Abanye banomona bengezekunga. Abanye basithetele inzono zabo. Because